You think silence is harmless. No yelling. No insults. No obvious conflict. Just, nothing. But the silent treatment isn't peace. It's psychological pressure, disguised as absence. And what it does to your brain is far more damaging than you realize. At first, it feels confusing. You replay everything in your head. What did I say? What did I do wrong? You go over conversations again and again, searching for the exact moment things changed. Because the human brain is wired for connection. We're not built to be ignored, especially by someone we care about, so when that connection is suddenly removed, your brain doesn't stay calm. It goes into alarm mode. Your brain starts interpreting silence as a threat. Not physical, but social. And to your brain, social rejection can feel just as dangerous as physical pain. The same neural pathways activate. The same distress signals fire. Which means, being ignored doesn't just hurt emotionally. It literally hurts in your body. A tight chest. Restlessness. A constant sense that something is wrong. But it goes deeper. When someone gives you the silent treatment, your brain starts searching for answers, relentlessly. Because uncertainty is uncomfortable. The brain craves closure. It wants a clear reason. A clear outcome. Something it can understand. But silence gives you nothing. So your brain fills in the gaps. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I said too much. Maybe I should have stayed quiet. Maybe it is my fault. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin turning against yourself. This is where control begins. Because silence forces you into a one-sided conversation, inside your own mind. There's no feedback. No correction. No clarity. So you create your own. You justify their behavior, you minimize your own feelings. You start rewriting the story, just to make the discomfort stop. And without noticing, you start chasing their approval again. Not because they asked you to, but because your brain is trying to restore connection. There's also a chemical reaction happening. When you feel rejected, your stress response activates. Cortisol rises. Your body shifts into a heightened state. Your thoughts speed up. Your emotions become harder to regulate. And without resolution, that state doesn't shut off. You stay stuck in it. Waiting. Checking your phone. Replaying conversations, imagining scenarios. Over and over again. And then something even more powerful takes hold. Intermittent reinforcement. Sometimes they ignore you, and sometimes they come back. Acting normal. Maybe even warm. Like nothing ever happened. And your brain locks onto that. Because unpredictable reward is the most addictive pattern there is. Stronger than consistency. Stronger than stability. It creates attachment through uncertainty. You don't know when the connection will return, so you stay invested. You wait. You hope. You try harder. Even when it's hurting you. Over time, this changes you. You become more cautious. More aware. More anxious. You start thinking before every word. Replaying things before you say them. You adjust your tone. Your reactions. Your needs. Not because you want to, but because you're trying to avoid being ignored again. You adapt to their silence. And in doing that, you slowly disconnect from yourself. You stop trusting your instincts. You question your emotions. You second-guess what you felt was real. Because every time you felt something, it was met with nothing. And nothing is powerful. Because it gives you no resistance, only doubt. But here's what most people don't realize. The silent treatment isn't just withdrawal. It's communication. A very specific kind. It says, I control when connection happens. I decide when you're acknowledged, and when you disappear. And your brain learns that pattern. It starts associating peace with their return. Not with your own stability. Because at some point, you're no longer reacting to them. You're reacting to the fear of disconnection itself. Even if that connection is inconsistent. Even if it's painful. Even if it's slowly breaking you down. And that's what makes the silent treatment so powerful. It doesn't attack you directly. There are no words to argue with. No statements to defend against. It bypasses logic and targets your nervous system. It makes you collapse from the inside. If this made you see things differently, subscribe. Because most people don't recognize this until it's already affecting them. So if you've ever felt anxious, confused, or desperate to fix things, just to end the silence, there's nothing wrong with you. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Protect connection. Avoid rejection. Restore safety. The real question is, who benefits from that silence? And why? Because once you see it clearly, it stops being confusing. And starts becoming a decision. If this made you see things differently, subscribe. Because most people don't recognize this until it's too late.